got to talk about AJ.
Let's do it.
AJ Dillon, they had the presser today. Thoughts?
My thoughts are I like AJ's energy this time round, and it feels like a real change is taking place because it's like he's quite frank and blunt with how he talks now. Yeah, there's a thing of like, you know, that unsteady feeling of like, I don't really know what you're going to give me back. Yeah, he's on that now because it's like there's certain things he admits where he's just like, them TalkSport guys got an agenda, man. Like, do you know what I mean? No matter what happens, you lot just. And it's like, okay, cool. You're seeing what we see then. Yeah. Because before he'd never address it. Before he'd be roundabout, talking about this, that, and the third. And now it's like, brother, like, is what it is. I don't even like you. You don't even like me. Why are you not trying to talk to me like you don't like me? That thing there, that's a sour one. Because
I like something else though. Again, and I feel that I get the uneasy feeling now. It's good because you need that with heavyweights. You need that with certain fighters. Like, you might punch me up. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like at some moment, you might just decide Dillian does it, Chisora has it. I don't think AJ's really shown it or possessed it until moments now where I can see that he's around like lions, he's around other dogs. Like these around guys that they understand that there's no games. Like you only get this by taking it. Are you with me? And so when he's there, you can see him sitting back and he's thinking, you know what, there's a more a knowingness of self, really, or not pretend. That's the thing. Because before, he'll be so clean with it and he won't even call it, as you said, the TalkSport and all these other things. But now it's like, you lot think whatever you think about me anyway, so I don't care. You know what I mean? And with that energy, yeah, it's quite powerful.
It's power there.
It is powerful because you're like, bro, like, I feel like you don't care anymore. It's like a man with nothing to lose. And a man with nothing to lose, yeah, is a very dangerous person.
100%.
Yeah.
And it's like, when I liken it to stand up, like the pivotal turning point in my career is when I just suddenly hit the switch and I was like, you know what, I actually don't care anymore. I'm doing whatever I want, whatever I feel, I'm saying it. And it's one of those things where it's like, I think even talking to you and being like connected with you in that time, you just been like, yeah, it's different. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's like, for me, I feel power when I'm around people who I know are guarded. Yeah. Because like I look at people and I'm like, I know you can't go where I can go. Yeah. So you can't even really play with me. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's like, there's a power in that I see AJ is starting to get into where it's just like, bro, I'm not even doing this with you. You don't like me. Let's call it. Let's stop playing these games. Them man over at TalkSport, it's all nonsense. Because we know what them TalkSport Donnies are. Yeah. Fury Defense League.
And defending is very powerful. Sometimes it's beyond Jon Snow at this point. Because these guys, one guy, loads of swords. And they're everyone, and it's like no one's really calling out the nonsense, really, that's happening. No one's calling out the fact, because they say, look, heavyweight boxing's in such a sad state because this and this and that hasn't happened. Yeah. And they're pointing at the guy that who's tried to fight for it, and he's went up against the best and has lost. But then the other guy has been inactive. The other guy hasn't, and now the other guy is having exhibition fights. Why are he still inactive, like a proper active fighter? It's actually quite insane. And then when they talk about, when they want to blame someone, they say, well, I don't know what AJ and Fury are doing. Wait, what? Wait, what?
AJ's on his second fight. He's on his second fight this year.
No, but he's the champion. The person that's the champion should have the pressure of what's he doing. Because right now, they should only be talking about Usyk and Fury. AJ's name shouldn't really be in the hat, really, if we're being honest.
Not with the same pressure as being a champ.
Definitely. But I'm saying that's the main part, though. There's two champions. Why are you not talking about me? So if anyone's letting this division down, it's these two. It's the one. But then when we really get down, when we really nuts and bolts on this thing, the person that's letting the team down is Fury.
Yeah, 100%. But these guys, it's like, and they'll perform the keeping Warren and those guys to account. They'll have these little interviews, and you know, there's just like, it's a little game of just, but why haven't you done this thing?
Cat and mouse.
Look, Simon, you know, okay. And it's like, we know what the game is. Yeah. Let it be Eddie Hearn and AJ. That's nonsense. Nah, sorry, not buying it. And they're ready to go. And that's why I look at it and I'm like, people will look at me and be like, Trav, you're just this, that, and the third. I'm like, no, I really cannot stand a double standard. I will sniff that out immediately. It's always going to be my thing. I can't stand it. Especially when you've seen someone that's actually done the work versus someone that's just trying to nick a living on what's been done. That pisses me off because you see it a lot in the game. So it's like, for me, I look at what Fury's done. I'm like, nah, bro, you ain't it, and you know you're not it deep down. That's why you behave the way you do.
He needs to fight. He just needs to fight.
He needs to fight.
He nees to fight someone serious.
And this Ngannou stuff is just nonsense, man.
How do you feel? I like Dillian though today.
Yeah.
He had a line for Eddie Hearn. Hilarious.
Yeah.
You said about what do you call it? How does it feel? Like basically you said he's really close to AJ's balls. And I thought that was absolutely insane. That's insanity. And the whole room laughed. Eddie came back, like he had to come back with something, but it was what he said. And then another funny thing that happened today is we still had an AJ moment, because AJ can't help himself, Dillian came in, he must have pre-written, obviously, fuck around and find out. Yeah? He said it a few times. That's what it's going to be. If that's the F around, he finds out. And anyway, AJ, I don't know if he was hearing it like for the first time or anything, but someone asked him this similar type of question, and it's like, yeah, man, fuck around and find out. Yeah, because fuck around and find out. Lean back,
yeah.
And then after he was like, get your own bars, man. Not teeth in the bars at the same thing that we're both at. You're not like you're in a new location.
It's like someone say, hey, shut up. You go, hey, shut up. It's like, wait.
I just said that, bro. I just said that. At least go somewhere else and use my bar. It makes more sense.
I'll tell you what was funny though is when he said, he goes, this ain't even a rivalry, bro.
That's when we knew.
That's when I knew that this guy watches this pod. Because I've been saying that for a minute. He said it verbatim. I'm like, listen, bro, I don't mind you taking the bars. Because at the end of the day, it's your life. These are bars about your life. It's realistically, we're talking about a situation that pertains to you. So
it's your bar.
Feel free to use the bars.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But the only price that we ask you pay is that after you win, you got to shout out Undefeated Podcast. That will let us know. That will let us, can that happen?
Can you imagine? After G14.
G14.
And undefeated.
What?
Raise your hand.
Man be at home, standing up in the living room.
And you got to have it.
What?
Oh, man. Man, but Dillian, though, let's give it a bit of attention. Mm-hmm. He's changed got the new trainer, Buddy McGurk, yeah? And the both of them are going in with these new trainers, yeah? And yes, Dillian's had one fight with this relationship, right? But I like how their camps are sounding. The one thing that I didn't like about Dillian before is just, again, he's just in Portugal, just like same old.
That narrative of him marinating in Portugal was one.
It's nonsense. Ages. Like it's nonsense. You need to be around a certain energy. And what we're seeing right now is both of them, when they're talking about their gyms, Dillian saying his gym's a bit more fun, it's relaxed, but everyone's on it, and he needed to be in that space. Yeah. He don't need to be around his dogs, this, that, and the other. He needed something else. You hear AJ say the same thing, and you're thinking, we might get the best version of these two stars, of these two fighters, because they changed a lot about their environment. And then just the outside of what they're learning from other fighters, or what they're seeing, will give them that peace that could be missing. I'm excited. I'm really excited about this.
So I watched Errol Spence Crawford All Access.
Yeah.
So looking at Errol Spence gym, that's AJ's gym. Mm-hmm. Derek James, same setup. And I was looking at the temperatures in that gym. Sometimes, bro, like it's up to 100 degrees. I think Fahrenheit. I think it's Fahrenheit. But just watching the gauge just go to 100 and they're sparring in there. They're training in some very intense conditions. And I'm looking at it, I'm thinking to myself, I've seen a few people say AJ looked lean today. And I'm like, well, yeah, because you're in that type of heat, of course. Mm-hmm. And I look at the setup and I'm thinking, if I look at the performance against Franklin, he didn't look bad. He clearly looked like he was trying stuff out that he's been working on. And I'm looking at it and thinking to myself, it looks more positive on the AJ side with the new setup and building on that. Whereas him against Franklin, I don't like how Dillian looked in there with that performance. So obviously they're both building on what they looked like previously. But at the same time, it's like, my stance on Dillian, but I did like his energy today in there. You can sense it. I sensed a couple of things. Once you can sense there's a deep history between the two, but you also sense that they've matured past where they were.
Oh, they're so mature now.
It's different.
And I wanted the immaturity.
Yeah, we wanted the childishness.
I did want childish.
It's not coming.
It's not coming. These guys are both millionaires. These guys are
They don't behave.
They're just different.
And that's what I said to you before, bro. I said to you before, I said, you think these men are coming here to just say, oh, your mom and AJ's gonna buy it.
Yeah, no, they both made a lot of money. The only thing is what happens is Dillian's like, he's pretending.
But did you hear AJ in the interview? I think that was the one I listened to before. And he was basically saying how he goes, people keep talking about, what version of AJ? Is he going to be the one to piss me off and make me do this? He's like, bruv, you've seen so many different things that I can do. He goes, I can do, what did he say? He's like, I can't remember exactly the words, but he's like, you've seen different versions of me. You see me go to war and beat up Dillian. You see me go in there and go down 5 times and get stopped by Ruiz. You see me get, boxed around by Usyk. You see me come back, dance for 12 rounds and go and beat Ruiz. You see me knock out this guy. You see me bring it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? He goes, you see me bring it. He goes, all you gotta know is I can tap in.
Yeah.
It's just about what's required. What fight is he gonna bring out?
And I hope he does tap and dial in.
But this is the thing though. This is not him saying, because before he was talking about how he's rebuilding, but this is him saying, I can do more, including what I've done.
Yeah.
Whereas if you just want me to go and fight like a madman, he's just like, I'll go fight like Mike Tyson and just swing like an idiot. That's how you know he's always viewed those old performances as just instinctual madness, not moments of art that people keep saying, go back to that. He's like, bro, nah, I've got a better IQ in my shoulders now. I can't just go back to that.
Well, and that's the only place where I'm like, I hope it works. I hope while you're saying these things, it follows through with the actions. I hope we get it done. I hope that your hands raised after each fight. Like let's say this one and the Wilder one. I hope with what you're saying now, it gives this reward. It gives this result. Because if it doesn't, then it's like, well, that didn't work though. You know what I mean? So you can do all those things, but if it doesn't work, then
the thing is the longevity and fighting in that reckless way. It's not proven. There's no data.
I understand.
You see what I'm saying?
But you got to understand, there's a fan. Again, he's the boxer, and he has to do what's best for him. But as a fan, I'm looking for what I'm looking for. Yeah, I want it. No one watches a fight to say, "Oh, I want this to end in the best way ever." Points. You know what I mean? Like, I want these guys to. You know what I'm saying? You say you want destruction. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I get it from his perspective, but I want maximum violence. Him versus Dillian. I want it to go off. I want it to be a fight where they tap into something that we haven't seen in a long time, just to know it's there.
Old school beef.
I want to see it. I do want to see it. Like I want to know it's there. And again, they're saying it's a sold out affair.
Yeah.
So I find that strange though. Let me not lie to you.
Why?
They never used to say that. Why are they telling us that it's sold out?
Because of what happened with Franklin.
Yeah, so I just found that strange. That was because they've never done that before. For an AJ fight, they never said, hey guys, it's sold out.
No, they did. They did when they used to do the whole sold out in an hour, sold out in a couple of hours. So this one sold out in a few hours. So I reckon it's just to let people know, we're still those guys. Yeah. Because that Jermaine ticket situation, it didn't sound good to hear. Nasty. It was nasty. So, obviously things have changed. And, we were saying it's because it's Jermaine Franklin. Why it's like that. Clearly that was the case.
But you don't think like they got the same stuff?
Well, we'll see.
Same stuff happening, friendships and links and that. No,
we will see.
Okay,
we'll see. If it's empty after telling us it's sold out,
it won't be there. Let's do another. Yo, people, thanks for watching the Undefeated podcast. Make sure you
like, subscribe, share, leave a comment, and all that good stuff, man. This is the place to be.